Hey, can I just take a serious moment to tell you something important? Look deep into my eyes. This is important. It really is. Some might say super important. I'm the important, if you will. What I'm about to say, the things that shall pour from my mouth are of utmost value. So listen up. Yeah. Oh boy. This got awkward. Yeah. Why is talking about important things always so uncomfortable, eh? I can't do this by myself. I need help. You. Hey, thanks for joining us here today. I'm Cranston.
I'm the big guy.
He's a big guy. And today, we're talking about something important. Belonging. Now, big guy,
Yes.
what does belonging mean to you?
Belonging to a family or something bigger than that.
Being a part of something, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the dictionary definition?
Sure.
I don't think you're ready for this.
I'm not.
I don't think you're ready for this.
Sounds scary.
The dictionary definition is going to blow your mind.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Sounds like it'll hurt.
Listen to this. The dictionary defines belonging as belonging to something.
Didn't hurt too bad.
Honestly, it's underwhelming.
Yeah.
Not very helpful. I think your definition is better.
Thank
I
you.
like your definition.
Thank
I
you.
think it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Belonging is about being a part of something, and everybody has a need to belong, right?
Right.
We all want to feel like we matter, have value. Nothing's worse than feeling like you don't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you don't belong somewhere?
Not really.
What about bass or trout?
Now don't get me started.
Oh, get started.
I don't like it when bass are in trout lakes. That's just not good.
There's bass lakes and trout lakes?
Yes, it's terrible.
What happens?
Well, people put bass into trout lakes and trout. Well, no one ever puts a trout into a bass lake. You know, that's just never done. But they
It's
do.
never been done.
The people put bass into trout lakes, and it's just not good.
What happens?
The bass take over.
They take over.
Yes.
They ruin everything.
They ruin everything.
They make a mess.
Yes.
Things aren't right when you're in the wrong place.
No,
You got to be where you belong.
you do.
And excuse the sniffing occasionally. I got purplitis. Don't worry. As far as I know, it's not contagious.
Are you sure?
No.
I don't want a purple beard.
Oh, you won't turn purple. You only catch it if you're purple.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I-
Maybe if you're blue, you can catch it. Or maybe...
I don't want to show up here all purple like you are.
Why not? Purple's a beautiful color.
Well,
I like being purple.
I like my sandy beard.
Well, might just turn purple. Anyways, families are supposed to be a place where we can belong, right?
Right.
And, you know, I found a thing.
You
Big
found
guy.
a thing?
I found a thing
You found a thing.
in the Bible
Ooh.
about belonging. I did.
You did. So now it's time for a thing in the Bible.
A section.
A section.
Our next section of the show. Here he is. In this section of the show, we talk about a thing I found in the Bible. The Bible's full of all kinds of interesting things. So, why not talk about them, eh? I mean, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Would you say we sometimes get a little deep? Yeah, most of what we talk about is just about interesting stuff in the Bible. Things that are fun, interesting.
Yes.
You're going to learn something, though. It's going to be good. You're going to like what you learned today. There will always be a thing, and today's thing is going to rock your socks. So, big guy,
Yes.
let me ask you a question. Is work a bad thing?
No.
No. Why is that?
Because it's good for you. And God intended it.
God intended it. Well, you know what? I was digging in the Bible, and I gotta say, I don't think work is a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Because, have you ever heard of the first book in the Bible? It's called Genesis.
Is that French?
Genesis? I don't know. Am I saying something wrong?
Maybe.
How do you say it?
Is it Genesis?
Oh, Genesis. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Listen here. I found a thing in Genesis chapter 2.
It could have been. It could have
Right
been
here.
Cranstonese.
Cranstonese. I didn't know I had my own language.
Well, I've never heard of your species before. Maybe I just made up your own language. A Cranstonese.
I think we just speak the language of wherever we live.
Cranstonese.
Sure. Why not?
I don't know.
Anyway. Right here in this Bible. Right here.
Right there.
Genesis chapter 2. Let me read this to you.
Okay.
When the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, neither wild plants nor grains were growing on the earth. For the Lord God had not sent rain to water the earth. And there were no people to cultivate the soil. Instead, springs came up from the ground and watered all the land. Then the Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground. He breathed the breath of life into the man's nostrils, and the man became a living person. Then the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he placed a man he had made. The Lord God made all sorts of trees grow up from the ground, trees that were beautiful and produced delicious fruit, like watermelon trees. Watermelon trees.
Watermelon trees.
No rind on it, though. Just a big red glob of fruit hanging up there. Hanging right up there. Just a big red glob of fruit.
Sounds good.
It's how it should be. It's the Garden of Eden. It had to be that way. It was perfect. But it's gone now. I just want a tree, big guy. I just want a tree I can walk up to and just eat a big glob of watermelon off of.
A glob.
Just a big glob.
Going
I don't want to cut the rind with a knife.
We're going with glob.
It's dangerous. Knives are dangerous. I just want to go up and eat the watermelon.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry, got a little heated up there. Anyway, in the middle of the garden, he placed the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed from the land of Eden, watering the garden and then dividing into 4 branches. The first branch, called the Fishon, flowed around the entire land of Havilah. Havilah? Isn't that just around, just up in the valley somewhere?
Have you been there?
In Washington?
Have you been to Havilah?
I might have.
I mean,
I think that's just in Washington.
I mean, I say fish on all the time, but you know.
Fish on?
Fish on.
When you say that, oh, fish on.
Fish
like
on,
fishing.
you know.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Fish on River. You must have caught a lot of fish there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the gold of the land is exceptionally pure. Aromatic resin and onyx stone are also found there. Wow.
Wow.
The second branch, called the Gihon, flowed around the entire land of Kush. Kush.
The Kush.
The third branch.
Did you say the Kush?
The Kush.
The Kush.
The third branch, called the Tigris, flowed east of the land of Ashur. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, no one really
All
cares
these
about
great
that
names,
place.
and now it's just sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. The fourth branch is called the Euphrates.
What?
The Euphrates.
The Euphrates.
The Euphrates. The Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it. Huh. He had a job to do right away. Would you look at that? But the Lord God warned him, you may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you're sure to die. And what did he do? If you know the story, he ate the fruit anyways. But that's not the point of today. That's a talk for another time. Today what stuck out to me, the thing I saw, was that God had work to do for this guy in a perfect garden. When everything was perfect, there was still work to do.
Yep.
In fact, the garden was not at its best until work was being done. Why? I mean, if you wanted more proof that work is a good thing, just look at Jesus. He gave his friends, the 12 disciples, work to do. He gave us work to do. In Matthew 28, 19, and 20, he said, go out into all the world, make disciples, baptize, tell people about me, teach them about me, stuff like that. There's work to do. You know why? Because work makes you feel like you belong. When you have a role, when you have things to do, when you have value, you feel like you belong. Work gives you purpose. Wouldn't you say so, big guy?
Yes, it does. Makes you feel fulfilled.
Fulfilled. That's
Yes.
a good word for it. So the takeaway from today's thing is work is important, especially when done to help others, right?
Right?
If you're doing just work for yourself, it can feel kind of empty at times.
It will.
But when you're working with other people, especially when you do a project together, oh, that's good stuff. Work just for yourself feels kind of empty, though. But when we work together, it's a good thing. It's right here.
The warm and fuzzies.
It's right here in the warm and fuzzies. Right here in the furry purple heart. Yes, my heart is furry.
And purple.
And purple. Yes. And that brings us to the end of Cranston found a thing in the Bible. On to the next segment!
Hey, Cranston.
Yeah.
I heard. Now, this is just I heard.
Oh, you heard.
That you have some questions.
I do. I have been asked some very serious questions. Very serious.
Let's hear them.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. A question from a little fella named Rhett.
Ooh.
Rhett asks, does Cranston have any babies?
Interesting.
No. No, I do not. I have no babies.
Do you lay
No children.
Do you lay eggs?
No. Do I look like I lay eggs?
I don't know. That's a question.
I'm
Maybe
afraid of the
maybe
big
the big guy has a question.
Do you have a question?
I just asked. Do you
Yeah,
lay eggs?
I don't lay eggs.
Okay.
I don't lay
No
eggs.
eggs.
No. No. I have no babies. So there you go, Rhett. No babies.
No babies. Or eggs.
Question number 2. From Ethan. Who is Cranston's family? I come from a line of Cranstons. My family are the Cranstons. We're a long line, very illustrious. We've been all over the world, seen all kinds of things. Yeah, I have a big family.
How many?
How many?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even count. Oh, I don't even know where to start. That's why when I went to the family reunion, I thought they were mine. My relatives. I hadn't seen them in a while. They weren't my relatives, though. They were Sid's, not Cranston's. And similar question that we'd already just answered. Ellie asked, where is my family? They're everywhere. Seek and ye shall find. If you look for Cranstons, you will find Cranstons. Final question of the day. Judah asks, why is Cranston furry?
That's a good question.
God made me this way. That's all I gotta say, Judah. I'm furry because I was born this way. That's why I'm furry.
You're a furry.
That's why do you have a beard? That's my question. Why do you have a beard, big guy?
That is a good question.
Why?
I like beards.
He likes his beard.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Ooh.
I like that answer.
Ooh, I have another question.
Oh yeah?
Do you start out furry?
Yes.
So you're even when you hatch out of your egg, you're
I
furry?
don't. I don't hatch out of an egg. I don't want this misconception going around. I'm not a bird. I'm not a lizard.
Okay.
I'm not a platypus.
I'm sorry.
I'm a Cranston.
Okay.
No, we don't hatch from eggs.
Okay, so when you start...
And I'm furry.
Okay.
Always furry.
Always furry.
Always
okay.
purple.
Okay.
Always had the orange eyebrows.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Always has been.
Okay.
Anyways, that's it for listening to questions. That's all we got. So that's all the time we have for today then. That's
All
it.
right.
Show's already over. I'm kind of sad. But it's been fun.
Yes.
Thanks for joining in.
Been great.
Thanks for listening in. And remember to help your family out. Whether you're helping out at the church, your church family, or whether you're working at home,
Yeah.
your jobs have importance. They have value.
They do.
When we help out, when we work together, it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. So, remember, you're beautiful. You're wonderful. Next time, bigger. Next time, better. Next episode will be even purpler.